Hello and welcome to Entrepreneurs and Startups, where we rise by lifting others. Now, thank you for joining us. This is actually my very first interview with anybody in this thing, so I really appreciate you all joining me. Now, make sure you stay all the way through to the very end for a very special offer that the company is offering right now. So today, we're actually talking with one of the creators of Reslash. Hello, Ashwin. How are you?
I'm great, Jesse. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Now, I got to tell you, you have an amazing product here. I actually watched the tutorial and a couple things, and I got to tell you, it's the most amazing, fully immersive meetup and collaboration room I have ever been in. So thank you so much for making this product. I think you're really going to change lives here. So tell me a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you came across this amazing program.
Yeah, so we are actually three co-founders. I'm Ashwin. There's Akshay and Divyanshu as well. So the three of us were actually working at VW, which is the world's leading A/B testing company, a global company doing more than $20 million in annual revenue. I was heading existing business there. Akshay was heading the analytics bit, and then Divyanshu was part of data science. He was heading a team there. So the three of us kind of, at the beginning of COVID, our company actually went completely remote. So as part of the leadership, I had to, be involved in programs. So we transitioned about 300 people from working in an office, closing those offices down, and then moving into the remote world. At the beginning, everything was exciting and hunky-dory, and everyone was so happy that, we get some time off, we can work from home. We can be on pajamas, we can keep our cameras and microphones off, and life will be great. And if this is the new normal, it's amazing. But a couple of months into it, we realized that suddenly we were not talking to the people the way we used to in the office. Work conversations, the whole scheduling bit and getting someone on a call felt like a chore. And then slowly and steadily, more and more people kept their camera and their microphones off, up to a point where 80 to 90% of the people on calls would have their microphone or their cameras off. And we started feeling that disconnect. And that's where we thought, this is something that we should probably look into. We built a couple of prototypes in async video meetings, but then we realized that productivity is not the problem, because people want to, collaborate and work, but they want to build relationships first, so that when you get into a room with three people, you're not worrying about, like what kind of relationship do you share with them? How do you kind of communicate what you want to communicate with them effectively? And how do you create that camaraderie that, it leads to the kind of collaboration that the company requires or that team requires to succeed? So that's where we built Reslash. And it's been a great journey so far for us.
Fantastic. I got to tell you, it's really important to have that companionship with everybody else that you work with, because you won't feel comfortable to be able to, talk about the ideas and talk about what you need to talk about to get the ideas out of here and onto, whatever you're typing into or your computer. And the other thing too is COVID had really definitely changed a lot of people's thinking on how to collaborate and what to do in that particular thing. And I've noticed that with just about everybody that I've ever talked to. So, all right. So enough of the ado. I'd really like to see Reslash and how that works. So why don't you go ahead and share the screen with me, and let's see how that works.
Yeah, awesome. So before I share my screen, so I'll, kind of summarize what Reslash is. So Reslash lets you create virtual spaces that you can use to work, socialize, or hang out. And people have used it for education as well, to create classrooms as well. So you can really customize it to make it feel anything you want. We've even had concerts on the platform. So it's really versatile, really immersive. And your imagination is what, kind of defines how you want to use Reslash. So I'll share my screen and then deep dive into, what you can do. And then let's take it from there. All right. So let me just, you can let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, I see your screen.
So we are right now in a Reslash room. So this is more of our chill zone. So I've given it, a punk feel to it. And you can see that Akshay is hanging out around the corner. Now you
Oh,
see
okay.
that, yeah. So the interesting thing is now Akshay cannot hear me because I'm far away from him. And just like in real life, if I have to talk to him, I can just walk over to him and say hi. So I think he should be around. So Akshay, can you hear me? Hey, Divyanshu. Divyanshu is there. Okay. So
Okay.
Divyanshu, if you can share your camera, that'll be amazing. Yeah, so
There
that's
he
one of
is.
our co-founders. So
Nice.
he's the man behind building the rocket ship that we are seeing on our screens. So as you can see, I can see Divyanshu there. And if I move away from him, his video and his audio will actually fade away. So the whole idea is, let's say you have 100 people within this room, you don't need to get into multiple breakout rooms to actually, interact with the crowd. You can just walk around like you would in real life. So I can just walk over Divyanshu, have a conversation with him. And let's imagine there are a few more people at the corner. I can, just walk over there and talk to them as well. So this is a highlight of Reslash where you can bring in a crowd and create the cocktail effect or the real life effect of just walking in a room and talking to different people.
Wow.
Now, the cool thing is you can make this room feel like anything you want. So if I click on customize, right now it's like a chill zone. Let's say I want to convert it into a meeting room. Let's say, let me first convert it into a meeting room.
Okay.
I can do that with a single click. So now what I've done is I just picked a template that we have within Reslash.
Mhm.
And now we are in a
Oh,
meeting room.
all right.
There you go. And the cool thing is the spatial audio bit that I just showed you, you can actually turn it off as well, because in a meeting room, you have a close set of group of people who want to collaborate. So I can just click on the room and you've got the settings, right? I can make the bubble size large, small, medium, and I can turn off spatial audio as well. Now that I've done that, I can see the Divyanshu and we can start collaborating. Now, this is where it gets exciting. You can have apps within a Reslash space.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've got, you can embed any web app. So any web app that supports iframe, you can put it in. We've got YouTube Watch Party that plays a YouTube video in sync. We've got Miro, we've got Google Apps, and we have our own whiteboard as well. And you can play games like chess and code names as well. So let me start off with the whiteboard because that'll give you a sense of what this feels like. So let me just share that.
There we go.
So I will open up a whiteboard. And now you can see Divyanshu's cursor is there as well. And
Oh,
we can
okay.
start collaborating and, start brainstorming the ideas that we have. How do you think the demo is going? And stuff like that. And you can, collaborate. It's not just one whiteboard. You can have multiple whiteboards. So I can open up a Miro board as well, or I can have a chess game playing around the corner. So we like to do that, because sometimes our sessions go on for a long time. If we want to take a quick break, we just go to the corner, play a couple of moves on chess and go back to work in between. So you could do all of that. Again, as I said, your imagination kind of limits the way you want to use the platform.
All right.
And just like that, you can have multiple things kind of shared on the platform as well.
Mhm.
Another important thing, you can have multiple screen shares. So I can share my screen here, and then Divyanshu can share his screen as well. Divyanshu, if you'll be able to share your screen, that'll be amazing. So he just gave him a couple of seconds. So there you go.
Yeah.
So now you have multiple screens and multiple whiteboards as well. So now when you're collaborating on something or one aspect of the project, all you have to do is you can make it full screen if you want. So let me make the whiteboard full screen just so that you can get a sense. I can make the whiteboard full screen, collaborate on this, look at the different things that we are kind of working on, and then immerse myself into another screen as we move along from one context to another. So
Ashwin,
that's how you can
yeah, I just wanted to kind of say, I really like the fact that you all can actually get together, have both of your cursors on the same whiteboard, so you can actually collaborate with each other. I think that's amazing. That's just amazing.
Awesome. And yeah, so this is for the collaboration bit. But let's say you are having a networking session, because again, like we help you recreate the cocktail effect. Just to show you what that looks like, I've got a couple of screen shares as well. So this is an example of a networking session.
Oh my.
So again, you see that, we've got a couple of whiteboards, screen shares, and you have more than, 70 people within a single room, and they're divided into multiple groups. So they are having their conversations, and you can take your bubble and just walk across the entire space and have conversations. So just to give you an idea. Another thing that people use this for is a classroom. So I'll give you that example just to show you how versatile the platform is. So I'll remove all of these things quickly just to kind of get rid of the clutter. Divyanshu, if you can stop your screen share, that'll be amazing. Yeah, so there you go. So now let me convert it into a classroom. So just like that, it converts into a classroom.
Look at that.
And now what I'll do is I'll keep the spatial audio on because I don't want to listen to all of the students. And if I'm presenting to the entire group, now I want everyone else to listen to me, but I don't want to listen to everyone else's conversation. So we've got a feature called megaphone. Now, if I've got my megaphone on, everyone in the room will be able to hear me, but they'll not be able, I'll not be able to hear people outside my spatial region. So this is great to, do webinars, presentations. You can present to a class like, I'm showing you right now. Again, like your imagination kind of defines the way you want to use the space.
Right.
And you can make it feel anything you want. So you can search for a template and it should show up. So if I search for beach, multiple beach templates will show up.
Oh,
So again,
okay.
you can make it again, like whatever you want, it'll turn into that. And you can have multiple rooms. So it's not just a single room that you can have. So we've got multiple rooms here. So you can have different rooms for different themes, for teams, for different classrooms, for different kinds of hangouts, different hobbies, or if you're having a party, you can have like a games room. You can have like a place where people can network. You can have a place where you just play a video and people are watching that video in a room. So yeah, a lot of versatility to make it feel anything you want, to customize the experience and just recreate the sense of just being together in an online space.
That is absolutely fantastic. As you're telling me this and you're showing me all these great things about your program here, about Reslash, I'm thinking Facebook groups. We're all in Facebook groups, and all we really get to do with each other is type to each other and maybe an emoji every once in a while. Yeah. What if you can get your Facebook group into that party place or into like a classroom and throw in a webinar? Oh boy, the possibilities are just endless there when it comes to something like that.
Absolutely. And you can brand it the way you want as well. So here you can see, when you're having a template, you can use a custom URL as well. So let's say you are a marketing group on Facebook, you have about 10,000 followers, you brand the background the way you want, and then you bring in the people. So it's a great branding exercise as well. And you can make it feel like, you can make it very, very interconnected with the Facebook group, share a link there and people will just join in and start interacting here. And let's say you don't want people to have their videos on in this room. You can very easily set the permissions as well. So I can, define permissions and say that people should not be able to share their camera. And I just turn it off and it'll be turned off for all the people who are in the room as an audience. If I don't want them to share apps, I can turn that off. So you have a lot of flexibility to create the experience that you want.
That's amazing. You know what I see here? Family reunions.
Yeah.
I would love to see, I know my family barely gets together because we're all over the US. That's where we're all at.
Yeah.
Being able to have a room that we can all get together, see each other's faces and talk with each other. Oh, that's just fantastic.
And the cool thing is you can take photos of your, houses and create multiple rooms like that. And then you can, just walk from one house to another. So if you want to, you can really be creative with these things, and just go crazy with it, basically. So this is a beach lounge that we created for ourselves because we miss the sun sometimes.
All right. Well, Well, that is some amazing things to be able to do in your program there, Ashwin. Thank you so much for showing that to us. I really see a lot of possibilities here.
Yeah. So again, like I'll give you an insight into how people are using us. So people are using us as virtual offices. So the cool thing is you can really have people turn on their cameras and microphones and start interacting, because suddenly they're in a group, they're talking to people, they're walking around, and it creates a sense of belonging. So virtual offices is a great use case, especially when you're trying to build a strong culture and you're trying to build relationships within your company so that people can give you a much higher output than just working remotely in isolation without knowing the people that they're working with. The second big use case is events. So people are using us for networking events, and they've also given us a lot of feedback. So we're bringing in things like where you can also live stream or have speakers and audience. But then when you want to network, you would have rooms like this. So that's coming out pretty soon. But it's a great solution for networking events even right now. And classrooms are using us big time, where the teachers or the professors, they bring in their class because they don't have to manage multiple breakout rooms. They can just do it within this canvas. It's a great solution for them. And then we see some really crazy use cases. So we've had concerts on the platform because you can embed any web app. What people have done is they would live stream. They would embed a live stream within this room, and then you would bring people in with the customized background, and they're just listening to music together and connecting with each other as well. We've had tribute sessions happen on the platform where people lost their loved ones, brought them in together. They shared gifs and pictures and whatnot, and like really recreated, celebrated their life. So that's where that's what is exciting about this platform. That it's not like we are not trying to replace Zoom. We are not a video calling solution. We are a virtual space solution that lets you create these virtual spaces that you connect with. And once you connect with something, you'll automatically build very strong relationships and bring people together.
Well, that is amazing, Ashwin. I got to tell you, there is just so many possibilities in this, and I could see this going really far. Getting on the ground floor of something like this definitely would be beneficial.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're part of our journey, we are bootstrapped and we take our feedback very seriously. We also have Discord community where our users are very vocal about their feedback, and we work very closely with them. So this is an exciting time where we can build something together. We don't have the pressure of working for someone other than our customer. So we're working very closely with them and building something special. So if it can be part of this journey, it'll be amazing.
Yeah, having that candor is going to be very important in future builds. Being able to listen to what the customer wants and being able to build it, that's going to be very important. So that's good. I'm glad you're actually doing that. There's other people out there where they go like, okay, this is good and I'm good and that's it. And it's good that you're actually listening to people and coming up with new ideas to cater to this. And that's really good stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, let's go back to our regular screens now, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing and let's continue our conversation.
Okay, so let me make sure. There we go. All right. So what I'd like to talk to you about here is, if you're still watching this program right now, I really appreciate you actually watching all the way through and see what Ashwin had in store for you as far as Reslash is concerned. Ashwin, do you have any great giveaways or anything that you'd like to, special offers you'd like to offer us since we got all the way through the video here?
So we have a very exciting free plan, which lets you talk to up to 10 people within a Reslash room, and that's a great way to actually get the feel of how the platform works. And you can have a couple of hangouts with your friends. You can bring in people from your community. If you have a small team, you can bring them into Reslash and get a feel of the platform and really start seeing it. Like if you bring it into your daily workflow, what it feels like, or if you're doing an event, what does it feel like? And if it makes sense to you, I think a free plan, that the free Reslash plan, is a great way to understand what kind of value we provide. And then if you're looking to do an event, if you're looking to get a classroom going, please talk to us and let us know that you listen to us through this podcast, and we'll work something out. We'll have an exciting discount for you. and make it work for you.
All right, that's fantastic. Well, Ashwin, hey, thank you so much for showing this program to us. I really think you have something here, and I think anybody that wants to. Oh, quick question: what's the most
Yep.
people you could actually have in a room? I mean, what's the maximum?
So you can have up to 100 people within a room, and you can have unlimited number of rooms. We are building stages that will let you have up to 6 speakers and as many listeners as you want. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. But
Oh
then
my
when you
goodness.
want them to kind of network, they can network within these rooms. So a lot of exciting new things being made as well. So if you're part of this journey, I think you will have a fun ride. Seeing Reslash being built right in front of you.
All right, that's it. Everybody, let's help out Ashwin make this dream come true. Let's see what he can do. All right. Hey,
no pressure.
No pressure. No, not at all. All right. Hey, thank you so much, Ashwin, for sharing with us. Everybody and entrepreneurs and startups, thank you. Please, click on any links. Please subscribe. Hit that bell that's on the side. That way, anytime we put out a new video, you're first to actually view it. Let's get some subscribers. Let's get the word out there. Okay. Ashwin, thank you. You have a great day. All right.
Thank you, Jesse. Take
okay.
care.
Bye-bye.